My name is Jeff.
Draggle-tailed refugee. You don't have a tail. Your name is false advertising. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12th be praised, it is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray, calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. I beg your pardon, Antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one that got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich, fatherless men in the city didn't help us. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run, the only question was where, and then it came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took in them foreigners, didn't you? So surely you'd do the same for us. No, you smell bad. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us?
If I might have a word.
Tataru, is aught amiss?
Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphinaud's been wounded.
What? How? Is it serious? Oh, thank God, finally.
I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone.
That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got.
My lady!
We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents. We were just about to. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphinaud and quickly. If he is in danger or worse, I would have you and none other than by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we are discussing earlier. Ida and Papa Limo will see to it.
Alphinaud's being straight into the hourglass. Hurry, girl!
They only lashed out at Alfie. That's hilarious. What did this man say? Wow, you are... That is impressive. Back to Ul'dah. Oh, you're fine.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
I see.
Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility.
I'm so disappointed. I thought we would get Alphinaud on his deathbed. Like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of Dane damage so that we can, like, help him fix his personality.
And some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this
Not the
social
Dane
hierarchy?
damage. Yeah, we can get him some Dane
Place is
damage,
there
roll
for
him
those
around
who
a little
fled
bit. Oh,
Ala Mhigo and the destruction of the calamity.
okay.
Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no
The guy
worth.
on the left.
To the Ul'dah way of thinking.
Dude, just
They may as
shave
well
it
not
off.
exist.
That's not... No.
Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option.
Just commit.
General Raubahn
Yeah,
and the
if
Sultana understand this.
you don't have
which
enough
is why they ordered the
to
immortal
keep that
flames
going,
to
dude.
provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Ul'dahs to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers.
He needs to get some
While
thyme
more
oil and
more
start rubbing that
refugees
on his
have come
head.
to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
That's how my hair looks like,
Lolorito's
rude.
refusal to grant the dolmens asylum
Saibot.
bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared
Just
by the
go
rest
bald.
of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence.
Man.
That the immortal flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
How about you go bald first and we'll think about it? Okay, good news. I already went bald.
I have a bald spot from all the head patting. Do you see one?
I think I'm okay. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raubahn has to say on the matter. Okay. Is your glove sharp enough for a haircut? Maybe. Wait, why are you guys transparent? Oh, wait, is this a ninja thing? Oh! Are you in stealth? Wow, that dragon's just flying around without moving its wings at the Hall of Flamis.
I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, but I know that I don't.
Is it my contract? I can add whatever I want? No, it's not. I wrote the contract. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already? What happened to him? What, did he just get, like, tummy hurt? You may credit my swift recovery to your surgeons. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Wait, did he get Dane damage? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but the progress is slow. They are elusive. Well, I can well imagine, given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Ul'dah citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single guild to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the Immortal Flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Oh, snap. Come to the point. Raubahn. Very well, my point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. Raubahn, are you in on this? The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, girl. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information. I have no doubt you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Do I have something to say? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands? Even so, there's wisdom in your words. An able individual, even one with ties to the flames, may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well, the Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. This is blasphemy?
This is fish!
I didn't expect them to send you, girl. I take this means someone has read my report. Yes! The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. Okay. What brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees. Well then, you came to the right place. You mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go.
Oh, okay, well...
Speak with Zazawaka.
You really wanna pop me? Just know that you will never flop me.
You're the Flames. You're not with the Flames, I see. If Leofric bid you to speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the Flames are on the march. Others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now, he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving, yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. What are you doing? Don't draw! Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me, here to soothe me. Why did it have to stay and leave me all alone? So this guy is... Okay, well, I gotta use /soothe. Ah, heck yeah. Emote to save lives. Who are you? What do you want? It's true, I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups and sent us off on our own. But when the Flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then the fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the Flames were shouting, give no quarter, and... Oh, God's the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. So you hecked around and found out. The other refugees are hiding in the caves to the south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous and that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one woman. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Hey guys, do you think this is gonna work? I don't think it's gonna work. 7 hells, they found us! Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point! So that's your game, is it? Ha ha ha! Sorry to disappoint you, lass, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Oh. And now I'm going to attack... citizens. Wow, this is so sad. Like a true hero, I am now attacking the very citizens who are just like the Beastmen, driven to desperation because they lost their home and they're trying to, like, fix their lives, but they keep being taken advantage of by literally all of the merchants that work in Ul'dah, because everyone's like, you're an outsider, you can't be here. and offer them no solutions or help. That's crazy. Oh, there's even more. Oh my god. Saber rattling swordsman. Okay. I didn't realize there was a Fate Stay Night collab for this quest. Armed refugee is a wild, right? It's okay. These are non-lethal. I'm being just like Kiryu from hit game series Yakuza. This is non-lethal damage. See, when people are dead in the game, they're like their corpses like disappear. Anyways, Whirlwind wouldn't be mad at me. I'm stronger than them, therefore I deserve to survive. You beat him like it was nothing. Oh, almighty, what are we gonna do now? Maybe don't do it? Maybe don't. Speak with the terrified refugee. Okay, I gotta go back. Okay.
Be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop it. Every time I
Terrified refugee. You've returned. Did you find my brother in? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Yeah, they were just unconscious under the water. I'm sure they're fine. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? He's not there. Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he wants to stone's throw to recruit others? Uh-oh. Not the merchant. Find the shady figure. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in stone's throw, but that was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing stopping him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must I can't read anymore. Must we endure before this ends? Find him, convince him to cease his mad quest. That will surely lead us to ruin. Okay, buddy. Have you seen my parents? No, child. Oh wait, are her parents dead? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. Uh-oh. They left with a man from Ul'dah. The man said they were gonna change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, miss, are you looking for someone? I'm the violence bird. I'm looking for someone stirring up trouble. I'm looking for a merchant. Stirring up trouble. Yeah. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're being observed. Wait, look, over there! I think that's him!
Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim?
It's me. I'm the gullible fool. Look, I'm so gullible and foolish. Ha 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 ha! I... Oh, wait.
He's getting away! Go get him, miss!
Yeah, I had to wait for you to tell me that. At least Hildebrand actually takes off running when there's a culprit, you know? Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, hey, we're back here. Hey, wait, this is where I did the starting thing. Ooh, it's a good thing that I have these lovely people here who find them instantly. You again? Why are you pursuing me? This must be terrifying for him. What, the giant gorilla? Hello. Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous! Who filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The selfsame refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. I do, actually. It's my fists. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of the argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a Curian's arse about politics? It was business, only business. That would be terrifying, right? I'm groin of height and I have claws, sir. There is no escape. Is he gonna die? We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Hey, what's that red dot? Oh, dang it. If only I wasn't this short, I could have grabbed the man and pushed him out of the way, you know? What's all this commotion? 7 hells! Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Arrow from behind hit him in the front? No, it wasn't from behind. The guy was definitely, like, in front side. Personal bloodhound squad bathing the target in sparkles? Exactly. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. I don't know what you're talking about. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Banana Man, you have so many different fashion options. You're a butler. Report to Swift at the Hall of Flames. Okay. Back to Ul'dah. What news, Private DM? Where's the merchant? He's dead. Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Private. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Oh, this is just like Boeing. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. I'm just gonna take all that knocked ones because they sound good. Mayhap they have overused these mayhap words. How topical! Wow, look at this, they predicted it. Revolution. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of your own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Okay, he said with all haste, so... I can't toggle walk because my keyboard doesn't have that button because I have a smaller keyboard. So this is the best we can do. He said proceed with haste. And I am a cat of my word. Hello, Daniel. Bartholomew. We have been expecting you, madam. Please proceed inside. Only nobles get the shortcut? Okay, what do I have to do to become a noble in the game? Do I have to marry Raubahn?
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Thanks. Alphino?
Despite our best efforts to determine
what do you mean R?
The truth continues to elude us. Have you
this man's speaking.
Shed some light on the mystery?
Instantly tossing Thancred aside. Don't worry, he would understand.
This information does not leave this room.
Okay, guys, keep it quiet. Don't leave this information from the room, okay?
The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination.
Oh, yeah, true.
Together with a group of Ala Mhigan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate.
Okay.
Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence.
You like Alphino? No! He shouldn't be talking.
Till a certain incident served
He's the one who said our best efforts. This man's just been like laying down eating grapes leisurely while I've been out killing refugees that are armed.
Arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell
They
you what
shot
followed.
unarmed refugees in the city?
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer.
It wasn't
whom
even
I
them
ordered
already being
interrogated.
armed. Bruh!
Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ
See, we don't
of
need
Teleji
primals to sway
Adeleji.
us.
Teleji Adeleji.
He was such a good being.
But
he was so
spoke
nice.
in favor of the Domin's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
The Primal of Coin, yep.
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battle.
Isn't this similar to the plot of FMA? Yeah, but the difference is we aren't setting up a giant alchemical circle to sacrifice the refugees.
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is
Or
common
are we?
knowledge.
Not the smile! Also, please no, don't spoil
less
upcoming
well-known is
things.
that his
If you
rampage
do
laid
want to
bare
type something,
ancient
but you're worried it's a
Alagon
spoiler,
ruins,
just type a smiley face.
of which no record existed.
Isn't Cardinal horribly
There are
irradiated?
certain differences
Yeah, but that
of
hasn't
opinion
stopped
as to
people
how this
before.
ruin should be handled, which is why each nation maintains
not
a
that
military
smileys.
presence in the region.
You
to
see that
this
dude
day.
lone shark dude the first time you went to Ul'dah? Yeah, but he was really cute and he
differ
was
though we
nice
may,
to us and he was polite
we are
to the
still
purple
allies.
lady, so I thought maybe he had changed his
In the
mind.
interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement.
Oh,
Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
oh, okay. Oh, wait, isn't this the PvP area?
In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill.
Ah, so they can run at each other
Shameless
and beat the
bloody
crap out of
rules
each
which
other, and
stands
it's like,
to
oh, this is
benefit
okay,
him
because
in
this is
but
war
one
practice.
conceivable way.
Wait, why are we doing PvP games
If
in, like,
successful,
radiation?
He will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can
They don't
be
give us
sure
any,
he'll
like,
build an orphanage
radiation
next to
protection.
every Alagon ruin.
Extra damage? Oh, it builds character? Oh. Okay.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk
He was so
countless
nice
lives
until he
for personal gain.
wasn't. Radiation kills all the infections you could catch? You're so right.
He walks a path all his own.
No, he's
Independent of any faction
evil!
and beholden to none of his fellows on the syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domins was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees.
Oh,
There can be
he
no
was
doubt.
lying. He's a liar.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special?
He's a
about
lying
these
liar who
ruins
lies,
that he would risk
indeed.
his
He is
position on
a
the
teller of
syndicate?
untruths.
And, most likely, charges of treason against
Easiest thing
the
to understand about
Sultanate.
Alalas, all of them are evil. Yeah, Tataru, 100%. She's the mastermind behind everything. This girl right here, mastermind behind everything. She's just like, how did Teleji get caught? I told him to be better. Like, I gave him so much money.
An Alagon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated.
Ooh.
Alagon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself.
Yo, another super weapon for us to lose control of and somebody else to
Might
use?
explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
I'm sure that nothing bad will happen from us uncovering another
When
super
first
weapon,
I bore
guys.
witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut.
Man, we're following the standard shonen trope.
Bahamut.
This is the ultimate weapon! But actually, there was another one. It was hidden, deep underground, and nobody knew. And now, it's really, really strong. It's even stronger than Ultima. Isn't that crazy?
We thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war.
Oh,
having
no.
long since ceased to
Omega.
function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it...
Okay,
as
at
the
least it's
Guardians
just
did the
Omega and
ultimate
it's not
weapon,
Sigma, because if it was Sigma being like the ultimate weapon, then we would be like triple screwed. At least the Omega should be fine as long as it continues to take its repressants.
And the rest of Eorzea
Well,
besides,
suppressants.
which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
Just gotta keep going to the doctor, okay, Omega? If your suppressants stop working suddenly, you gotta be careful, alright?
This power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in
Just thanks
Ul'dah.
to the Prime sub!
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
What if there was a third more powerful weapon, stronger than the rest, even further underground? In fact, it's right under... It's underground, just like 1 foot further than the Omega is.